So here we are, man. We finally did it. I finally got me a nice camera, so won't be using this bad boy no more. You know, we increased the budget out here. But yeah, so like I said, I promise you guys, man, I'll be delivering a lot more content, and I'm serious, man. The first thing I did is go get this Canon camera. I wish I could show you a picture. Got this nice Canon camera. Cost me a pretty penny, but it's all good because we're gonna sit here. We're gonna deliver value to you guys. So let me just kind of bring you up to speed to what's going on. I'm launching it. You know, we're getting ready to launch it. My business partner and I, Shannon, you know, high school friend. You know, met him my freshman year in high school, and we've been best friends ever since. We were the only two from our graduating class to get scholarships to play in college football. So, you know, it's like, you know what they say, birds of a feather flock together. So, you know, we played, you know, I played football, he played lacrosse, and now that we're done with school, he graduated, I did not. We're like, hey, you know, we've been doing this our whole life. Let me kind of raise this for you guys. And look, and I could even see myself. Like, I could see myself. So, it's getting crazy out here. But anyway, so yeah, so Shannon and I was like, hey, you know, we've been playing football, lacrosse, we've been doing sports for the last, you know, decade, if not our whole lives. So it's only right that we do a fitness product. And you know, we don't have the product yet or anything like that, but what we're gonna do is next week, flooding. So I'm in LA. For you guys who don't know, I work in, you know, I'm in LA. I live in West Hollywood. I work for a guy named Ty Lopez. You know, mentor to me, boss, friend, all that. He's kind of gave me the keys, and what I mean by that is he's really shown me a lot within the past 10 months. I've been working there since October 26, 2015. As of this date, it is the 28th of August. So about 10 months, I would say. And man, I've learned a lot, man. I learned a lot within these last 10 months that I ever did in school. You know, a lot of people ask me that question. They're like, hey, you know, Andrew, I just got a DM the other day. You know, a lot of people find me because, you know, Ty has me do this stupid shit on his fucking, on his Snapchat. He has me like dancing and do all the dab and all this crazy stuff. I mean, it's funny. It's for entertainment, of course. And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I mean, you're not gonna see me dance on this channel. I'm not Chris Breezy. So, but yeah, so people find me, you know, and people talk to me. You know, we do conferences and stuff, and you know, people reach out and say, hey, you know, and they ask me questions, man. And you know, one of the questions I get is, you know, should I drop out of school? You know, Andrew, you dropped out, right? I went to the University of Oregon, right out of high school. I went to the University of Oregon, and then I left Oregon. I went to a small school in Delaware where I got my scholarship to go eventually to Seton Hill University. And that's why I played football, and then I dropped out. So I've been in 3 schools, did 3 years of school, and dropped out. So you know, go figure. But people say, Andrew, you know, should I go, especially business related? Should I go study business? Should I go to university? My parents, and a lot of people around my parents want me to. You know, me, I don't give a fuck what my parents said. And again, you have to respect. There's a difference between respect and arrogance, right? You always want to hear them out because they do have the best intentions for you. But you know, let's call it what it is. You know, it's your life, so you have to live with your decisions. But so they say, you know, Andrew, you know, should I go to university or should I, you know, skip it and start a business? And usually my answer is neither, man. I think with me, how I operate, I'm a risk taker, obviously, right? People say you dropped out, that's a huge risk, especially the average Joe. But me, I'm like, not really, because before I dropped out, I read all these books, and if you can't see, I'm gonna show you my bookshelf. You know, here's my little couch, but there's a bookshelf right there, and there's a bookshelf right here. So, and there's a bookshelf over there, but you know, I'm not gonna do MTV Cribs right this particular moment in time. But you know, I read all these books, I did all these programs, and I realized, you know, a lot of people who make a shit ton of money didn't go to school. A lot of people I admire Ty, my boss, being one, didn't go to school. And even the people that I liked who did go to school, who made a lot of money, talked down on school. So my thing is like, why the fuck? Why am I gonna stay in this shithole if everybody? It's kind of like that Drake quote. I'm not sure if you. I'm a huge Drake fan, so we're gonna bring the Drake references all day, every day, right? So even though I might sound like an idiot now that I can't remember the particular song, but he said, you know, what did he say? You know, what did he say? He said that, you know, I guess I fucking forget what song. I'm gonna put it in the description, but he was basically saying how, you know, he's a rapper. Obviously, those of you who don't know Drake's a rapper, but he was like how, you know, all the people that he's with gold tooth in their mouth, you know, girls saying, you know, I'm gonna Google this, you know, sure, no, fuck, I'm not gonna Google it. I'm not. But he basically said, hey, I admire these people with the grills in their mouth and with the pretty women. So if I want their life, why am I gonna be in school? And it's the same thing, man. If you look at the people you admire and they're not doing something that you're doing, why the fuck you doing it? I don't know. You tell me. But that was basically my concept. Was like, you think I'm a risk taking all this, but I'm really not. You know, I'm really not. I just look at the data. So that's basically what I did. I digress. But yeah, so I dropped out. I'm trying to think about where I was going with this, but anyway, yeah. So no, I don't. You know, the answer is neither, because I'd rather learn from somebody who's doing what I want to do. Right? There's, you know, it's like there's two extremes. Either you go to, you know, and again, if you want to be a medical student, you know, I'm kind of dating a wonderful female who wants to be a doctor. You know, legally she has to get a degree. You know, so salute to her. She's gonna be in school for, you know, minimum 8 years. Go for it. You know, there's another, you know, a lawyer. If you want to be a lawyer, you have to do it to get the bar. But business people, you know, it's like the other extreme is, okay, well, if I'm not going to school, then I'm going to go, you know, start a business and make the new Facebook or Tinder or whatever. And my thing is like, I wouldn't do that either. What I would do is I would find people I admire and I'd go work for them, because that's the quickest kind of shortcut to any success, man. Is if you go and you attach yourself to people who are where you want to be, people who are 20 years, you know, older than you, who are exactly where you want to be. Then, you know, it's easier for you, because it's not. Yeah, on one hand, you pick up the business skills. You see how they run their business. If you want to, you know, be in compliance. I mean, I wouldn't do that because that's a dickhead move. But if you want to work for somebody who's, you know, in this particular niche that you're in, and then you learn all the business practices, you go out. Obviously, if you make a business using their secrets on some Krabby Patty type shit, then of course you could fucking be better than the rest of the competition. But what I've also learned by working with Ty, because I want to go fitness. I don't necessarily want to go business, or, you know, I don't want to necessarily be in a niche that he's in. I want to do fitness, but, you know, what I did learn a lot from him is mannerisms and what he finds important, what he doesn't find, the principles that he uses, his thought process, how he methodically breaks things down. So there's a lot of intangible things that I've learned that I could pick up and I could follow. You know, even when I'm, you know, with my business partner Shannon, you know, we'll talk and I'll throw, you know, these quotes out. I'm like, who said that time? You know, he's like, who else? So, you know, when you're with people who you want to be like, you kind of get their mannerisms and their, you know, frameworks, and then you could apply that to whatever industry that you want to be. So, with the whole, how am I bringing this around, is that working with Ty, yeah, again, this is a long story, but working with Ty, I've gotten the principles in which I can use for my fitness business. So, that is the scoop. I've been working here for 10 months. I've been studying business since I got into, you know, college in 2012. So you do the math of how old I am. So, you know, I've been studying business for about 4 years now, kind of heavily within the last year. and I'm ready to give it a shot, man. It's like if you're playing baseball, you're in the scouting team, right? If you're on the AAA squad or whatever. So I'm ready to go to big leagues, boy. But of course, it's gonna take some time. None of this is gonna happen overnight, right? I'm not gonna say, hey, I'm starting this fitness business next week, and we gonna be cashing out. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna take time and be patient and all that stuff. So I'm ready for it. So basically, Shannon and I, what we did, and what this channel is gonna be, because we're gonna do 2 separate channels, right? So starting within the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we're gonna make we already have it, but we're gonna start uploading videos to our channel. The name of our business is gonna be Richmond Terrace Fitness, and a lot of you guys who've been paying attention to me and found me on Instagram, by the way, at Andrew J. Cop in the description below. But if you found me on Instagram, the caption I've always had was Richmond Terrace Boys, or Richmond Terrace Boy, or Richmond Terrace, or any iteration of that. But basically, I have I have a lot of people who I love and admire, but basically my 2 childhood friends are Akil and Shannon. Akil I've known since 7th grade, Shannon I've known since 9th. I met Akil in 4th grade. I didn't really like him, nor did he really like me. But so we became friends in 7th grade, I should say. And we've all lived on the street that's kind of connected us. We live in Staten Island, so there's one big street in the north of Staten Island that's all connected us, and it's Richmond Terrace. And that's basically something that we pride ourselves, right? We we do this for the terrace. This is my block. When we ever get mad at each other, upset with each other, like, you still RT, you still Richmond Terrace. So at the end of the day, it was only right when we started our project, our business, that we name it after RT, because this is what I do it for, man. These are my brothers. I've lived in Richmond Terrace, or some part. I've moved about 3 times, and it's funny because each house has always been about 10 feet away from, 10 steps away from Richmond. It's so funny. I lived in 3 places, before I moved out to West Hollywood, and they've all been on Richmond Terrace. So, call that luck, karma, call it what you want. But I'm RT to definitely. But anyway. Yeah, so we do, we call it Richmond Terrace. That's something we've repped for the last 5 years, 6 years. And so we want to call it Richmond Terrace Fitness. And everything that we do is going to be some part of Richmond Terrace, so, call it what it is. So like I was saying, yeah, so we're going to do a channel, Richmond Terrace Fitness, was going to be a lot of day in the life stuff. So, a lot of day in life vlogging. So if you're familiar with Casey Neistat, or, Gary Vaynerchuk, or Ty Lopez, or those type of dudes, it's going to be kind of like that concept. But then we're also going to do workout montages. And then we're also going to do explainer videos where we're taking you through our program and kind of explaining, hey, we're doing this and this because this is what gets you that, and this is the rest you want to take. So, we're going to go from entertainment with the vlogs. What kind of reality TV with the vlogs, to entertainment with the montages, to educational with the, some of our videos. And then we'll do funny stuff too. So that's going to be on that channel. And this channel, my personal channel, is something that I always, and this is why I haven't been delivering content as much as you see. I could talk for days, you feel me? But I want, something I struggle with is something that I see a lot of people do, man. A lot of people my age, and I'm 22, a lot of people who, just, they talk, they yap, but they have no, tangible kind of experience or anything like that. And that's why I did a video. I did a lot last summer, and I kind of stopped, and I've been in and out on YouTube within the last, since I've been here. It's because I didn't want to turn into one of those 22-year-old life coach type of dudes. So within the last 10 months, I've been kind of trying to find a business where I could actually grow a business, start a business, grow a business, sustain a business. And it kind of gives me a little bit more credence to kind of take me on the journey, right? So I'm 22. I'm not gonna be like, hey, do your bit. I'm not fucking Elon Musk or nothing like that. Wrong channel, buddy. But what I am is I'm somebody who went through school, although I did drop out, so I'm not sure if that's a good thing or bad thing. But I've been to university, and I've been dropped out of university. So I've been in the university, I've been out of university. I've had to get a job without a degree, and I end up getting my dream job working with Ty Lopez, who's somebody who had tremendous success, especially in the internet marketing world. So I've been in college, I've been out of college, I've been struggling trying to find jobs without a degree, and then, you know, eventually within like 3 months of dropping out, I got my dream job. So not only that, but I got a scholarship to play football, right? I went to University of Oregon, didn't work out, but then I ended up getting a scholarship. So when it comes to marketing, whether it's myself, whether it was to get the degree and the job, or marketing other products, which I've learned working with Ty, I know a lot when it comes to marketing, especially personal brands. I've learned a lot within the last year about how to market products and business in general, just working for Ty. So even though I'm 22, I've had quite the life experience, right? I was like, you know, like I said in one of my videos, I was raised in the projects, you know, and again, I don't want to go into that in this particular video, but, you know, raising the projects, you know, it is what it is. Went to university, so I went from the projects to University of Oregon, then I went back to the projects in Delaware, Wilmington, Delaware, Rise Up, and then I went from the projects to one of the best universities in America, and then I went back to the motherfucking projects in a different state, and then I made it out again. So I've been in and out the projects twice, homie, and now I live in Beverly Hills, you know, West Hollywood. So I've been to the hood twice, I've been to the promised land twice, I've marketed myself to get a scholarship and my dream job, and I work with one of the, you know, most successful internet marketers around. So I do have a little bit offer when it comes to the table as far as what I've been through. So but for me, that wasn't enough to start a channel and just talk, because I didn't do it. You know, I mean, again, I did a lot of the stuff when it comes to the scholarships and making it out and things like that, but I didn't do anything business-wise that my name was on it. I learned a lot, I read a lot, I worked with Ty, so I was more knowledgeable than your average 22-year-old and your average person altogether, but I wanted to have a business where I could take you on a journey and have you follow me. And what I struggled with the most within the past year, it's funny because within this past year I knew it was going to be fitness, just because it made sense, but I didn't want to be boxed in. And I think that's a lot of things that a lot of, you know, younger entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs have, is that you want to do something but you don't know, okay, you don't want to be boxed in, right? So you don't want to pick something and, you know, do it for the rest of your life, or, you know, within 5 years. You want to have some flexibility as into the growth and the topic, and you want to be able to branch out and do a lot of different things and stuff. So that's one of the topics that, you know, that's one of the things I struggled with the most, is that I knew I wanted to do fitness. I knew it made sense. I knew people who could, you know, help me. I have one of the best trainers out in Oregon during my time there, Landon, who is going to be helping me on this project. But I didn't want to be boxed in. So over the past, you know, 10 months or so, what, you know, between me working and family events and, you know, a few tragedies here and there, I kind of was doing research in the fitness market, looking at other people in fitness, what they've done, and learning the different variety of things you could do in the market. And, you know, within the last year, and I feel confident now. I know that, hey, I won't be stuck selling information products for the next 10 years, right? There's a lot of different things you can do in fitness, and that's what's important to me, that, you know, that flexibility and that, you know, abundance of directions I can go in fitness. And, you know, now that I have that confidence, you know, not only in myself as a business leader, as a, you know, CEO operator, after the training I've gotten, but I'm also confident that I'm in a niche where I could grow and do a lot of damage, you know, sales and revenue wise. So that's that. So that's why I decided to go fitness, because I've had a lot of experience in it. I played football, I've been to scholarships, I know people. My best friend Deanna, you know, she's playing professional basketball overseas in Australia now. So, hey man, it just made sense for me. I know people who are doing things in fitness. I've done things myself in fitness sports, so I know a lot, and it just made sense. And then for this channel, I want to, you know, be able to take you guys on a journey. So what you're gonna get on this channel is real kind of practical. And again, I'm not gonna preach to you, right? Because at the end of the day, I haven't grown a business yet, so I'm not gonna preach to you, tell you to do things like this. I'm just gonna show you what I'm doing, the mistakes, the good bad, and the ugly, as they would say, right? I'm gonna show you the fucking everything. That way, 5 years from now, or 10 years from now, or however long it takes for Richmond Terrace Fitness to grow, we could go back to August 28, 2016, and kind of just go back on the journey. So on this channel, I'm going to show you revenues. I'm going to take you straight to my Chase bank account. I'm going to do that right now, actually, once I shut the fuck up. I'm gonna show you revenues. I'm gonna show you what I'm doing, whether it's on Craigslist or whatever, how to get editors and filmers. I'm gonna, we're gonna have business meetings. Again, I'm not sure I'm gonna tell you all my secrets or all my plans, because then you're gonna just do it. You're gonna have freaking Richmond Ferris, Richmond or Fitness Ferris business. You're gonna freaking steal my business and change a letter or whatever. But I'm gonna, revenues, business plans, ideas, strategies. I'm just gonna take you on it. I'm gonna tell you. I'm not gonna do anything with these videos, right? It's gonna be straight, really organic reach. So I'm not like I'm gonna sit here and boost them to the world. So if you're following me, you're gonna get a lot of kind of raw stuff. I'm gonna take you through thoughts that I'm having, right? Struggles, challenges, personal challenges that I'm having as I grow a business, right? I don't have enough money to do this. I can't hire this guy. Oh man, I'm pissed. So I'm gonna tell you a lot of things, whether it's the practical business, nitty gritty stuff, and I'm also gonna tell you the emotional stuff that's going on with me personally. So it's gonna be exciting, man. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to document my journey. I think that's the void in the market right now. Is a lot of people who have gained success, a lot of people who are doing damage in their business, a lot of people who's getting great sales, but then they're telling you the story after the fact, and there's not nobody who's really taking you on the journey from start to kind of wherever this goes. I might fucking get bankrupt 3 times and I got it on camera, but fuck it, we're gonna send it to America's Funniest Home Videos when fucking put the camera on my chest and it's like $0 and I start crying, make this shit go viral. But in all seriousness, there's a lot of the void is there's not nobody taking you from zero, legit zero, pre-business launch to the promised land. It's just a lot of people who've been to the promised land saying, hey, this is how you do it, and then they sell you all these products to get you there. So fuck it, I got no product right now. I got no videos up right now for Richmond Terrace Fitness because all that's happening next week. But this is what it is, man. You can come build the business. Well, you're not gonna be building. You ain't gonna be building the business with me, but you're gonna be right with me building the business. You feel me? So, yeah, that's it, man. And that's what it is, man. That's what we're gonna do on this channel. My other channel is gonna be with the fitness stuff and all that's at, and this channel is gonna be the business stuff. Cause I am business. I'm not business. I'm a businessman. So that's what we're gonna do, man. I'm gonna show you everything. So right before I take you to my Chase bank account, I want to tell you how it was before I got here to West Hollywood. So again, like I said, I work for Tai Lopez, but the funny thing about it is before I dropped out, he was somebody I followed, right? I admired him, I followed him. He had one of his YouTube commercials with the Lamborghini, which was funny. But, it worked. It caught my eye. I'm like, that motherfucker got a Lamborghini with some books. What he chatting about? And then, I bought a product, right? $67. And it's funny because I didn't really know about internet marketing at the time. But after you buy the 67 steps, there's a few upsells after it. A couple $100, secret. So, when I bought when I spent the $67, I was like, hey, it's lit. I'm about to get this program. Until the motherfucking upsell came after, which is asking for $297, and I was in college at the time, so I didn't have the money. But what I did, luckily I saw the commercial before I bought my books, right? So yeah, I spent my book money. I spent the book money my mother gave me to buy the books on the fucking program. So that whole semester, which is funny because it was my last semester before I dropped out. My last semester in college, I ain't buy no fucking books because I spent it all on Mr. Tai Lopez. So that's the funny story. But like, it's funny because that semester, again, I finessed. Trust me, I made some lady friends. I pulled up because we all know ladies are much nicer than men. So I pulled up. Classes in session. I'm looking for the girls. I'm like, hey, you mind if I sit next to you? And then, you know, have a little, hit them with the swag. And then the next thing you know, I'm borrowing their book every weekend, photocopying pages and shit. So that's how I kind of made it through the semester, if you were wondering. But it was funny because within those, semesters, 4 months, I learned so much. I was learning more in those programs than I was in accounting and, you know, freaking post Germany World War II. Post German World War II. All I learned was the Berlin Wall fell down. I'm like, but I knew that already, so I didn't really learn much. But anyway, yeah. So I learned a lot. So, you know, when the summertime came, I got a summer job, and you know, he sells a lot of higher ticket products, and I bought one, and you know, of course, you're on the phone with dude, and I developed a relationship, and he introduced me to some more products that they're selling, of course, for a higher price. But I didn't have the money because I just spent all the money on the program. So I just got it. So my whole summer of 2015, the last summer, right? So when we're ending this summer 2000. So summer 2015, I worked 5 days a week for a couple weeks, for like a month and a half, 2 months. I spent every penny on Tai Lopez's, you know, higher course, whatever. And it still wasn't enough because, you know, I bought 2 courses and there's another one. And then I'm like, hey, fuck it. I mean, these are working, so let me get it. So what I decided to do, which again, I will disclaimer, I do not recommend you to do this, nor should you do this or anybody do this, because I'm not a financial expert, or I'm not a financial, you know, CPA. So, you know, advise with your lawyer at home. But anyway, I opened up some credit cards, 3 to be exact, well, 2 to be exact, Capital One and a Discover card. And I opened up the Discover card because last year I didn't have enough. Like, it's funny because once you pay it off, it's like your credit goes through the roof. They're throwing money at you. But now, you know, at the time last summer, I didn't have enough credit, so I opened up the damn Capital One card, and you know, I didn't have enough money to buy the damn product, so I had to open up a Discover card to get the more money. So I put all the programs on the card. Again, which I wouldn't recommend anybody do, but so that was like the remaining money that I had to again, I got all his courses, so the remaining that I had to get, which I put on the card, was about $2,500. So last summer I went to football camp, $2,500 in debt. Of course, my mom was not paying that shit. My dad wasn't hearing that shit. My siblings, they're like, who? Ty who? And I called the other couple people, and they was like, yeah, I gotta go. So I was stuck with it, which is cool, you know, my decision. But anyway, you know, football camp came and went, and then, you know, there were some differences, whatever, and I ended up dropping out. You know, new coaching staff, stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, I'm out of here. I really don't like school anyway, so fuck it. You know, it's funny because even when I was in school, like last year, before I dropped out, I said, hey, you know, if I complete my 4 years, or, you know, whatever the 3 years I have left on my scholarship, I'm gonna reset my major my junior year or whatever, because I don't want a degree. So I mean, either way, whether I was gonna finish my scholarship or not, I wasn't gonna get a degree, because I didn't want it. I want the same challenge that Zuckerberg had, that, you know, Branson had, that all these successful entrepreneurs, you know, Bill Gates had. And it's a better story, right? If I could, you know, drop out and make a success out of it. I think a lot of people, and that's what made me resonate. That's why I resonated with Ty, is because somebody who had a lot of success, who didn't get a college degree, and that's pretty much why I bought the first $67 dollar product in the first place, because he said, hey, these guys, you know, didn't go to college, they dropped out, and look at what they got. So that message kind of made me resonate with Ty, and I'm like, hey, you know, fuck it, why am I gonna? I don't want to do it either. Maybe, you know, 20 years down the road, when I'm doing whatever I'm doing, you know, people who are 20 while I'm 40, maybe my message will resonate with them. So either way, what I'm trying to say is I would have not gotten a degree anyway. But yeah, so back to the credit card debt. So I dropped out, and I was a dropout with $2,500 in debt. I don't even remember how the fuck I was paying the monthly payments. I think my mom, I think I would have to do some fucking chores around the house or something to pay it. I don't even know. Yeah, but anyway, I was paying the monthly payments, like, 24. I gotta get better with this camera, man. So I done downloaded and dropped all the footage on my computer. And I'm sitting here re-listening to the work, the art I just spoke to you guys. And I'm missing a whole damn segment of the story. So I'm gonna fill you in the gap. So what I was saying, where it got cut off, was that I was let me listen to it again. Shit, I don't even know how the fuck up. Yeah, I was paying the monthly payments, right? So I was like 24.63 or something like that, like the minimum payments that you, like, for all you guys who've ever been in, I mean, if you have credit cards now, or if you ever been in credit card debt, man, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the monthly payments, like the minimum, talking like the least amount you could pay, and that's how I was paying it. Cause I mean, I didn't have any revenue coming in. I just dropped out, so I didn't have a job. I didn't have no revenue coming in. My mom wasn't gonna be paying no $2,500 for nobody. So I was just, whatever money I had, she sent me to the store. I keep, I'd still change. If she gave me $10 to get a loaf of bread, she ain't seen the rest of the $8. Nah, that shit going to my credit card, both of them. So, yeah. So that was that, and basically, I'm dropped out. Got $2,500 in debt, and it is what it is. But it's funny because when I dropped out after football camp, I didn't go straight home, man. I didn't want to answer nobody's questions, cause like I knew that I had this vision for greatness, and I was gonna achieve something. I was gonna make everybody who laughed at me dropping out, pay. But when you dropped out, you ain't really, ain't nobody trying to hail your visions and shit. Motherfuckers is like, why you drop out? So I went to I did like a little college tour. So I think this is where the video picks up, basically just explaining what happened after I dropped out. I spent Labor Day with, I went on like a college tour. I spent Labor Day with my girlfriend at the time, and my girlfriend at the time, me and her, like, we wasn't on best of terms or nothing, because sometimes that's what happens when you're chasing your dreams, your league dreams. But it is what it is. And yeah, again, it's not gonna be the perfect video because the fucking damn Canon messed up my footage, but hey, I'll take it over from here. Oh, alright, well, damn. They told me this at Best Buy. They said if it goes to $29.59, that's gonna stop. Something with how cameras can't record past 30 minutes because it would be more taxes on the damn UK or whatever. Anyway, yeah, so I spent the Labor Day weekend with her. I mean, we were going through some things at the time, again, because when I was playing football, man, I was dedicated. I was just worried about my school. I was worried about my football, because of course, I come from the project. We try to make it to the league, fam. Shit, that's the only way out we know. And of course, things happen, and there ain't no league over here. But so when we dropped out, I kind of had a little bit more time through the transition phase to kind of show her my appreciation, my love for her. And I still do, I still do have those feelings for her. But anyway, I figured, while I dropped out, it was a great opportunity to put some more money on my Discover card to go see her. So I did that. Of course, I had a car or whatever. But, on the way, and this is why, no matter what happens with me and her, I'll always have this tremendous fucking love for this girl. Again, she was like my first love, so you always gonna have love for her. But this story is so fucking funny because I picked her up at school and shit, right? I picked her up at school, and on the way to go in upstate, because I was in Staten Island, she went to school, in Oneonta or whatever, and about 3 hours into the ride, my car started shaking a little bit. So I didn't tell you this story, so let me back up. So when I went to Shannon School, my car was good. When I went to Akil School, my tire actually popped the fuck off. Well, my tire popped, and then I was on the side of the fucking road, and I had to wait for AAA. So AAA came, they brought me to a mechanic, they put a new tire on my whip. So I'm like, cool, you know, whatever, you know, I'm in the car by myself, my tire went flat, AAA, you know, they came through, they fixed my shit. Cool. So, you know, I went, like I said, I went home for a day and I went to go see my girl. So about 3 hours into about, you know, 2.5, 3 hours into the 4.5 hour ride, my car starts vibrating a little bit. At first, I'm thinking, yo, it's the beat. You know, I'm slapping some Future, I'm slapping some, you know, some Drizzy, I'm slapping some whatever. My car started vibrating, so I think it's the bass, whatever. I ain't tripping. You know, and then, you know, once the song shuts off and changes to a new song, it's still vibrating. So I'm like, yo, what's going on? And, you know, it gets a little bit more strong. So I ain't tripping. I'm like, yo, I just got my tires fixed, so why worry, right? Of course, you know, they still, why worry? But, yeah, so I go to the school, I go to Oneonta, I pick her up, and she gets in the car, so, you know, of course, like, we haven't seen each other for we didn't see each other for like a month, whatever. I think I seen her on my birthday, so Labor Day is, so I haven't seen her for a month and a half. So of course it's like, at first it's a little bit, you know, kind of awkward because it's like, you know, we're not on the best of terms. I haven't seen her for a month and a half. She's going away to school now. I'm dropped out. It's like, But, you know, after, you know, from the ride from the school to the hotel, or no, not hotel, to the fucking motel shit, because I had no motherfucking budget at all. So, you know, we went to the cheapest shit. It was like 30 a month. I mean, 30 a night. So. Shouts out Google, but yeah, so the car starts vibrating again and shit. So I'm just trying to talk. I'm trying to distract her from any of this shit going on. And you know, we're about 15 fucking feet, 15 yards from this fucking motel, right? And then my fucking car tire pops off. Yeah, I'm talking about, we were sliding on asphalt, like on some Flintstone type shit. Like the fucking car, so it was the front left tire that popped off. The front left of the car was sliding. I'm talking about, we seeing sparks. It looked like the 4th of July and shit. And so, you know, we slid for like, you know, 5 yards in the car. And this is why I always love her, because, you know, it stopped, and I didn't quite know what to say, because I'm like embarrassed, because I'm a dropout. I haven't seen her in a month. I'm fucking up in the relationship, and now my car tire just done popped the fuck off. I done put her life in jeopardy. I put my life in jeopardy. You know, her parents don't know that she's seeing me right now, so God forbid something happens to their poor daughter. How the fuck am I gonna explain this shit? So. Yeah, a lot of thoughts was going through my head at the time, but, you know, she didn't say nothing. I think the thing she said is, do you see a tire? I think that's the first thing she said. Is like, hey, you alright? Do you see a tire? So, very supportive during that moment in time when I needed her most. I haven't told her that, but I gotta make sure that hopefully she watches this video to this time. But yeah, so she made me feel a little bit more at ease. Cause I mean, like I said, if it was by myself, I wouldn't have gave a fuck if my fucking old tires popped off and I was sliding like an ice skate. But, you know, I'm with my shorty, and you know, my car tire pops off. So anyway, we walked to the motel because we're big. I mean, I'm talking about, we walked maybe 40 steps and we were there. And I called AAA again, and, you know, we go in the hotel room. We set up. You know, AAA comes, and you know, I go to the mechanic. Of course, the fucking shit costs like $600, like $400 to $600. So put that on my card. You know, now I'm at like $3,000 worth of debt. You know, no degree. I at this point I have a job, but it's like I haven't gotten paid yet. So it was just bad, man. It was fucking bad, man. I was dropped out, $3,000 in debt, and you know, at least I got my girl. You know, whatever. So yeah. So that was that. You know, so you know, by the time I leave that weekend, I'm $3,000 in the hole now. And fortunately for me, you know, during the summer while I was getting the programs, I was actually developing a relationship with one of the salespeople because the programs were a lot for, you know, a 21-year-old with no money, debt, you know, whatever. So I was developing a relationship with the guy. His name is Terry because I wanted to get it for the low. You know, I wanted him to come down a couple dollars for me. So I had his number and stuff, and you know, I caught wind that they were hiring here, you know, at TyLopez.com where I work, and I said, yo, so I pulled out my iPhone. I'm like, hey, yo, homie, remember when I bought those programs from you? Well, it's time to reciprocate the favor, B. Send my resume. It's funny because, you know, when we got off the phone, he said he got me, whatever, and I sent him my resume, but the motherfucker didn't reply. I'm like, oh, he finessed me. He got what he wanted, now it's a wrap. But, you know, a week later, they called. And I got, you know, they called. We had an interview on Skype the next day. And then, you know, they said, you know, do you mind if I fly out? Of course, I don't have no fucking money. But, yeah, let's fly. Put some of that in the card. And, shouts out Discover. Shouts out Samuel L. Jackson. Shouts out Capital One. But yeah, so you know, I got the interview, and you know, before I even got to go home, I got the job. You know, Marna, you know, one of my managers called me, and before I even touched down home, say you got the job. You know, how long does it take you to get out? And I said, fuck it, I'll be out there today. I'm going back, but you know, reasonably, give me about 2 weeks, and I'll be out there. So. That's how I got my job, man. So I mean, and that's a little tactic from this long ass video. Sometimes, you know, if you want to get, you know, like I said, right, you're an entrepreneur, you want to get in the network of somebody you admire. You don't necessarily want to go straight to the source all the time. Sometimes you want to develop relationships with people around the source, like I did, right? I developed a relationship with Terry. He got me in the door, and then as I got in the door, then, you know, eventually I was, you know, around Ty a little bit more, and then we developed a friendship, and then next thing you know, I'm at Game 7 of the NBA Finals, and I called it, go Cavs. I was just at the Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor 2 fight, called it, go Conor, and then, you know, at all these type of events, you know, met Fetty, you know, Fetty Wap, cool dude, and did all these things. So, that's a little concept, a little principle you can take from this video. But anyway, back to the story. Yeah, so that's, you know, so when I dropped out, so when I got the job here, I was a dropout and I had $3,000, you know, dollars in debt. So that was about 10 months ago. 10 months ago, you know, even a year ago, when I was, you know, spending the weekend with my girlfriend with my car, tire popped off, dropped out $3,000 in debt, and we're a year later. So the reason for this program, the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing with this channel is I don't want it to get too far, because again, I'm on the rise. And it could all go away tomorrow. I mean, Ty could get hit by a bus, God forbid, or you know, I could get fired at any moment. I don't know. But before, and again, success is not guaranteed to anybody. But at the end of the day, you have to have some type of confidence, some type of swagger. So before anything gets too crazy, I want to kind of show you where I'm at, so you could do it too. So it was just not even a year ago. I was $3,000 in debt and had no degree. Right, so a lot of people watching this right now are in a way better position than I was. Now, obviously, I got a big break. You know, I did something smart, developing relationships, and then it came to fruition. And I had a good job. I've been working with the guy I admire, and I've gotten a little bit more money than I did last year. But I just kind of want to show you my bank account, which timed out. You know, but it's so good because we're gonna sign back in. But I just want to kind of just show you my bank account right now, show you the money that I have, and this is something that I'm gonna do periodically, right? Especially, this is my personal bank account, and then, you know, as we go on with this project, I'll show you my business bank account. Again, I'm not selling you any business products. I'm not selling you how to make money online or nothing like that. So I could do that. I'm just selling fitness stuff, so I could show you my business because I'm not gonna make it into a product. And plus, it'll be cool for you to see because you know how many people are doing that. How many people are showing their numbers, right? A lot of people say, "Hey, you can make money by doing what I do," but the only way they make money is if you buy their products on how to make money. So it's like, are you really making money, dog, or are you just making money by telling me that I can make money? That's not a business, you know. I mean, it is, but I ain't gonna be my business. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go show you guys my bank account, right? So here we go, and thank goodness for this quality camera. So I don't know if you can see, but here we are. 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 There we go. So there we are. That's my money in my bank account right now. $5,117.15. So, many of you may be asking, hey, you know, and if you're smart like me, I would be asking, hey, Andrew, let me flip this camera real quick. There we go. Okay, let me zoom out. There you go. There we go. Andrew is back to normal. So, a lot of you may be asking, like, hey, you know, Andrew, you said you've been working at Tai Lopez, you know, for 10 months. You're $3,000 in debt. Okay. And you have $5,000 now. So that's an $8,000 difference. It's been 10 months, bro. How much they paying you out there? They paying you fucking Jack Ma salary? They paying you $15 a lick? No. Obviously, yes, within the first couple of months, actually, what happened was I had called one of my professors from Oregon, again, relationships. He paid off my debt in October. Because what happened was when I got this job, I was like, hey, I got a job. I could pay you back. Can you pay off my $3,000 in debt? And I'll pay you monthly fees, and then you could charge me 10%. Because what I didn't want is Discover and Capital One charge me 25% of my money monthly. So I was like, hey, just give me $3,000 now. I'll pay you 10% of $3,000. So it'll be something in it for you too. So if you give me $3,000, I'll pay off my credit card debt. That's a win for me. But then I'll also pay you like $3,300, and it's a win for you. So that's what I did. So within the first couple months, I paid that off. And of course, I have rent and stuff. I'm living on my own now, so of course I have rent and living expenses that I have to pay. But this is something I don't want to go too much into detail. But obviously, there was some relationships in my life with people that I really loved that I kind of alienated. I feel like I kind of alienated them to get where I'm at. And again, like I said, I played football. I was very focused and very just kind of driven to the life that I wanted. I was very driven to the fact that I wanted to make it to the league. I wanted to be successful, and not because I wanted to be successful. Of course, that's half of the reason, but the other half is I want to be able to give my future family a life that I never had. I was born in the projects. I've seen people get shot. I've seen, woken up to yellow tape all over the place. Some days I couldn't even go down the stairs because something happened. So, again, there's no knock against my parents or anything like that, but. And again, I'm grateful to have been born in the projects because everybody that I admire had humble beginnings. So I'm grateful, but on the other hand, I don't want to have children, and that's like the only option. So that's half of the reason. But at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, you're thinking of the future. You're thinking of your future family. But if you're not taking care of the present, you won't have a family. So it's kind of like a catch-22. When I got the job here, I made sure I went back and I reforged and repaired those relationships with those people that I really loved, and kind of made them know like, hey, what happened within the past couple of years, wasn't that I didn't care for you or didn't love you or anything like that. It's just I was just so focused. I had a lot of tunnel vision. So I kind of used the last 10 months to learn from Ty, pay back my debts, and kind of just smell the coffee because, ever since I started playing football in, 2008, it was my, of course I played sports my whole life, but I never really played contact football because my mom was always scared I get a concussion. So, ever since I started playing football, it's just something I've been focused on. Just football, getting a scholarship, going to the league. And, of course, like I said, I had my one girlfriend. Well, I mean, I've dated women, I've been with women, but I had my one true love. And sometimes I really couldn't give her the relationship that she wanted because I was so focused on creating a better life 5 years down the road. Um, so like, I kind of took this year to kind of just smell the coffee, man, and just appreciate life and friends and family and stuff like that. And it's funny because I'm across the country now, so it's a little bit harder to do that. But definitely more phone calls within the last year than I've ever made. A lot more FaceTime and just a lot more texting in general. Um, and like I said, a lot more gift giving. So that's kind of where a lot of my money has gone within the past 10 months. It's kind of to pay the debt. I bought a lot of courses, I bought a lot of books, and also paying back and repairing my relationships with people that I love just by sending them gifts here, gift there. So yeah, and a lot of it went to actually. I mean, I would say the most I spent was one on gifts and stuff for people that I love, and then the second most I spent it on was like books and courses. So within the last 10 months, a lot of my money went to those two things, on top of living expenses. And now I kind of repaired the relationships that I wanted. So I'm kind of the gift giving has kind of stopped. And I have all the books and courses that I need to kind of start. I've taken a lot. Again, you don't want to be paralyzed. You do want a little education, but you don't want to be paralyzed. So yeah, so that's basically what a lot of my money has been in the last 10 months. And now that I've kind of stopped spending, I've been saving up. So I'm at 5K now. So look, man, a lot of you watching, you might be at 5K. You might have more, you might have less. But look, man, the only thing I really have more than you right now is knowledge. Honestly, like whether it's the books or working with Ty, the only difference, we might have the same bank account, we might have the same story. But the only difference that I have that you don't or may not have is that I have a lot of, education through books and a lot of, real world applicable business, application knowledge that I can apply because I worked with a guy who's doing it. So the point of this channel is to kind of show you and give that knowledge to you, because if you have my bank account right now and you get my knowledge, then you can kind of go ahead and you can kind of do this for you too. And I'm on every step of the way I'm showing you, so you could easily go on Craigslist and write the ads yourself for whatever you want to do, whether it's fucking gardening or whatever you guys are into. So yeah, so I know this is a long video. The camera stopped like 3 times. So I had like the first one was like 27 minutes, the second one was like 15, and this is 6, so 40 minutes probably, I don't know. But yeah, that's basically it in a nutshell. That's what I'm trying to accomplish, and I'm happy now because I finally have a business idea, I have a business product getting launched, and I can start making these videos because I have the audacity to. I'm not going to be preaching to you, I'm not going to be telling you what to do, I'm just going to be sharing my journey with you, like I just did, showing you my bank account, showing you my ads, teaching you my philosophies, telling you my my intuition on things, telling you my strategies, telling you my thought processes. And I'm doing it, and you can see me do it, and you can follow along too, and you can make, hey Andrew, I disagree with you, then fuck it, do your own thing. But I'm just sharing you my journey. I'll take you from scratch to wherever it's going to be, both on my channel, my fitness channel, because I'm in good shape, but I'm not in the best shape I was when I was playing football. But I'm going to take you back there, right? So on both channels, I'm taking you through a journey of kind of zero to hero. And it's going to be fun because there's going to be a lot of mistakes on the way, man. But, I'll be reading your comments, and, I'll be, and again, you help me. I help you, you help me. And anything you want to see more of, less of, put it in the comments below, and I'm going to hook you up. Any topics, any questions that you have, put it in the comments below, and I'm going to hook you up. So, definitely subscribe. It's gonna be amazing, man. I don't think anybody else is really doing this, and it's shit. And a lot of people aren't doing it because they're scared, they're afraid, they don't want to let nobody down, they don't want to be embarrassed. But fuck it, I had enough wins in my life where if this is a total failure, I'm okay, right? I made it out the hood twice. I got my scholarship. I dropped out, but I ended up working for somebody I greatly admire and living in West Hollywood. So if this falls, well, at least I have 2 wins, 3 wins on my plate, and I'm like, hey, I could get shit done. So a lot of people don't have those wins. A lot of people don't have the confidence that I have. But although I am confident, I'm not cocky. I've realized that I haven't built a business yet. I realized that I only have like $5,000. But I'm confident that I can make it happen if I try my hardest and apply everything that I've learned and been learning. So if you're interested in getting stronger, getting fit, go to Richmond Terrace Fitness, RTF Fitness. I think it's on YouTube. It's RTF Fitness. subscribe there. We'll teach you how to get stronger, how to lose, cut fat, bulk up. We'll teach you everything there. And if you're interested in growing a business and just growing stronger as a person, we'll be right here, and we'll be keeping it chill, baby. Uncut, unfiltered, on everything. Showing you everything: bank accounts, ads, copywriting. What else we gonna be showing you? We're gonna be showing you networking, all that. So it should be fun, man. So definitely subscribe. I'm gonna do like my boy Academic does. So leave some comments about it. Definitely subscribe. I'm out. Gotta press the button though.